Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Under a Crooked Moon, here on Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces. My name is Ethan, I am your Dungeon Master, as always, and I am joined by 6 incredibly talented performers, storytellers, nerds, people I'm fortunate enough to call friends, who are going to make this magical story that we're about to tell. For those of you who don't know, we are running through the module, A Crooked Moon, put out by Avantris Entertainment. So if you enjoy what you see, go get it for yourself and tell the story with your friends. You'll have a great time. I want to go around, say hi really quick to everybody, and then we can jump on in. First, playing Jack, we have Jolly.
Hey, hi, how goes it, people?
Wake, played by Caleb.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Hi.
Felt like a 90s sitcom. Pellam, played by Mallo.
Greetings!
Breenoh, played by Lauren. Fun fact, she didn't have to put her hand up here. That was just for the looks.
Allusions.
Ember is played by Wild.
Hi!
And Wokka Chumbo is played by Pete. One of my favorite names ever to say.
Wokka Jumbo. Hi, everybody. Howdy, cats and kittens. Push.
Hey.
Pushing. Yep.
Cats and kittens, friends and fiends. Yes, I am stealing your line and adding my own. We have just a few announcements to get out of the way before we jump into session 3. First of all, this, like all of our streams, 18 plus, because there will be cursing. There will almost certainly be legal drug use in or out of game. And also because this is a folk horror campaign. So please check out the content warnings so that you are aware. Now, this first section of the module, don't have to stress about that too much, but the deeper we get, the more you'll definitely want to check out those content warnings. You can catch up on past episodes of our other campaigns, or this one, if you're just now joining in, on Go Buff Yourself, either on YouTube or podcast form, anywhere you get podcasts. There we go. Those are my announcements. That means we can run that intro video so that we can go ahead and get into Session 3 of Under a Crooked Moon.
I see the long black train under a crooked moon, under a crooked moon tonight. When the wheels slow, then mournful hum, and the dust conceals to the rising sun. Lay me down by the old rail line where the dead keep time in 6 and 9. Lord, I see the long black train under a crooked moon, under a crooked moon tonight. Death comes to bloom under a crooked moon tonight.
5 individuals simultaneously realized that they were dead. A black locomotive pulling a ghostly train on rails of mist a kind and bizarre figure who called himself the Vagrant, caretaker and ferryman of sorts on board the Ghostlight Express. As the five of you climbed aboard, you were transformed, given physical form. For those of you who remember your past, it's a little different. And after speaking with the Vagrant briefly, you had a violent encounter as one of the spirits on board shattered the windows, allowing something that the Vagrant called the Shroud, the in-between space between the lands of the living and the realm of the dead, poured in, infected several of the passengers here, causing them to become corrupt, crooked. And as a glorious battle ensued, which involved punching ghosts out of the train, the Vagrant made a plea for assistance, that you all help to release some of the wayward spirits or haints that still lingered on board the Express at this very moment. Because those wayward spirits were more susceptible to the corruption of the Shroud. He said you can, of course, handle this in the same way that you handled the more aggressive spirits, through violence, but also mentioned that everyone has a story, and there might perhaps be other ways to convince them to move on. And as you all proceeded down the train, you encountered a strange marionette individual named Pellam, who asked to come along with you and maybe get a little help recovering a particular balloon. Through a baggage car where you found a bear made of greenish flame with the balloon tied around its tail, Wokka managing to untie the balloon, you all proceeded through the baggage car, mail car, lounge car, sleeper car, and finally reached the one car any one of you gave a damn about, and that was the dining car. You stepped on board with a goal and you executed. And along the way, you encountered several other wayward spirits. But when we last left off, it was with you all arriving in the dining car. Taking in this car, the first thing that you all notice are the smells. Oh, it smells so good in here. And there is a little boy, another spirit, who is seated alone at one of the booths in here. There are several booths, including a very large one at the end that could probably fit 6 or 8 people. There are occasional other diners that you can see that kind of fade and pulse in and out of existence here. The most consistent is that young boy who has overalls on, a little newsy cap, and just piles of food. Like a whole plate of sausage links, big cake, a whole turkey, mashed potatoes, and he is currently just funneling food. Not in an unhealthy looking way, just in the way that a kid might if suddenly all the food they ever liked was put right in front of them and told to go buck wild. And so as you all are in here, all 6 of you, what would you be doing?
So I want to go. Well, I want to look around for where to order food from. You said we could smell the food, the booth. Is there a counter? Is there a menu board somewhere?
No to both. There is not a menu board. There is not a counter. There are several, just very simple paintings on the walls here, but there is a chalkboard here that says, anything your soul delights. Or, excuse me, anything your soul desires.
Are we all in here? Or did just me and Ember come? I don't remember.
I don't recall if you all were split, but at this point, I'm also just going to, if you all want to be together, you absolutely can be. If you want to be separate, you absolutely can be. You will tell me. Jack, would you be there?
Yes, because I was just about to say on the last go around, I think it's everybody went through into the car and I was last in line. So I'm like the last one to get into the car.
That's right.
Makes sense to me.
So I look at the sign, kind of point at it a little bit, look to everyone, and I'm gonna hold my hand out and think real hard about an apple.
Green or red?
Green.
Perfect, shining. It even still looks like it has drops of water on the apple, whether it be from being freshly washed or from the morning dew right before it was picked. You can't tell, but a perfect looking apple.
I'm gonna shine it on my chest fur a little bit. Take a big old bite.
Delicious. Perfect ripeness. Fantastic.
Oh, that's a real good apple. Look at that.
As soon as Ember sees that, Ember's gonna go, oh, okay. Medium rare caveman steak, whole rack of lamb.
Steak appears. Rack of lamb appears.
I want a chocolate cake and some apple pie.
Chocolate cake, incredibly rich and dark icing. The apple pie, the top of the pastry just perfectly browned. The steak, the seasoning you can already smell from here. Juicy steak. Rack of lamb is cooked to perfection, still smoking, and the other thing you named also seems great. Because I can't remember what it was.
I can't either, actually. I got
Great.
really excited. Listeners, you can let us know.
Yeah, whatever that fifth thing was, it was awesome too.
As immediately and as they appear, I'm gonna just like sniff, bite, sniff, bite, sniff, bite, and like with just each of these foods in my mouth, be like, this is awesome.
Ember, can I ask you a question?
Guys, everything.
I have a question for you. Ever since you got on board, Ember, you were talking about how hungry you were.
Yeah.
And when you finally arrived in the dining car and saw that you could have anything, you chose those items. Is there any particular reason behind any of them outside of they sound delicious?
Well, in life, everything that was consumed was generally stolen or found. Unless, of course, there was a tavern that was inexpensive or easy to find food at. And I know that is a memory that is so deep set in Ember's bones that anything that just sounds sumptuous is just like, that is it. And if there wasn't a space constraint, there probably would have been more food orders. And there might still be.
The apple pie tastes just like the apple pie that Morsha, the incredibly kind innkeeper who would occasionally see this little street urchin and let you take home an extra, or let you walk off with a slice. The steak that you ordered, there was, in one of the towns you were in, there was a tavern that always had these thick steaks that you would, as you were walking by in the cold, just peer in and see people eating, and it was just a distant fantasy that you would ever be able to have one while it was still hot, though you did occasionally have some long after they had gotten cold and been cut into from back alleys. But now, you taste what you imagined. Is it better or worse than you imagined, Ember? Did the dream exceed reality? Or could the dream not even conceive of how good reality is?
I think better, but in a way bittersweet, because while I am consuming this, I am all too aware of the fact that I missed out on experiencing these things in life and missed out on providing these things for my people in life as well.
Ember, what is your passive insight?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Oh. My passive insight is 12.
12? Okay. You
Uh-oh.
see that as your... what's everyone else's passive insight? Anyone beat a 12?
13.
16.
16! Dang, Jack.
14.
So, Jack, with the highest passive insight, you see Wake call himself an apple. You see Ember summon forth these numerous different meals and eat them, reflecting on them. And you glance back over at the young boy. And just like Ember had on her face a look that was bittersweet, where you might have expected, finally having reached the dining car, that she'd be overjoyed. When you look at the young boy, his face also doesn't have the expression on it that you would expect of a child eating anything his heart could wish. He has a look of guilt? It's not always there. It's not like a perpetual grimace of guilt, but he just, when he stops and is no longer distracted by the food, his face becomes more downcast again, and then he starts distracting himself with the food again, including playing with the food. Like, has started to make himself a little mini Colosseum fighting pit, and is taking 2 sausages.
When I kind of see that in the young boy, I look at, him with his apple and Ember with her buffet there, and I start wondering about the food. Like, is there a spell? And I start mumbling to, like, anybody who's close might actually hear me, and I'm literally mumbling to myself like is this food casting a spell? Is it maybe there's a spell itself that's creating the food, and it's tied into our... Okay, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to try. So In my previous life, I knew how to make a good batch of mead. And I'm thinking now of that mead that I used to have. And see if I can maybe conjure a cup of it up like they just did their food.
What type of mead was your favorite that you used to brew?
It was a blackberry honey mead. And it was an odd recipe that I actually learned from someone else in the town that we were in. And the odd thing about it was, unlike most meads where you can make in weeks, this mead actually took months because of, like, it was a special kind of honey, and it kind of made the batch, it took longer for it to ferment properly.
A special
But
type
it
of
was
honey,
worth
a special type of yeast that, ferments slower but allows the richness of the blackberries to fully infuse here. And you, before you even taste it, you smell the blackberries and you know it's right. Maybe, like, and there's a moment where there's, like, your heart rate increases with a little bit of worry, like, is this better than I ever made? But as you take a sip of it, there was that one batch that you made that was just perfect. Everything went right, and this tastes like the best cup from that brew.
And when I taste that and get that feeling, that's when I realize something is not quite right. It's too perfect. This tastes better than the best batch on my best day. And I've been making this mead for 20 seasons. I've never been able to make it this good. And after taking like another swig or so of it, I kind of just set it down on the counter, and I'm now kind of confused about it because it's like this meat, it literally tastes too good to be true. And something feels weird about it. And I'm also looking over at the kid and how his expression is changing when he's eating, playing, just sitting there, eating, playing, just sitting there. Something's not right. I just kind of go quiet. It's like, something's not right.
Can I notice kind of what's going through Jack's face?
Why don't you make me
expressions and
an
maybe-
insight check to see how much you're able to glean just from the outside? Of course, you can then always inquire, but...
That's a 13.
13? With... What do you think, Jack, Wake sees on your face? With the knowledge, it might be a little difficult to read your expressions, given your head, but maybe it's easy. I don't know. You tell me.
He definitely would see a look of confusion and almost dread. Like, versus when he got his apple and he looked to be satisfied and everything, I got that cup of mead. And there's almost like a disbelief almost as well, where it's like, I'm not just buying into the ease of how good this is. Something feels off.
All right, so I want to kind of sidle over. I've now got a hand pie, a very crispy, flaky, buttery crust hand pie full of like meat and gravy and vegetables, and I'm kind of nibbling on that. Everything okay? Jack, you look upset.
Sad.
It's actually rather weird. It's like I was just imagining this blackberry honey mead that I used to have when I was alive, and it was good, and I was skilled at making it. But this cup, it tastes far beyond what even the brewer that taught me the recipe, even she could not make it as good. And it literally tastes too good to be true. And I'm starting to wonder, is there something that's altering our senses or putting us under a charm effect or something like that? Like this feels too good to be real. That's what I'm thinking right now. How about you? How about you and that pie? How does that pie compare to maybe what you've had before?
I mean, it's amazing. it's perfect. It's absolutely wonderful.
I don't know, maybe it's just me then. I don't know. Maybe something will change if I eat something. So this time, I think of just a simple bowl of vegetable stew. And, just a standard bowl, nothing huge or outrageous, just a standard bowl of vegetable stew. And I sit there kind of like and then I finally eat some of it. And then I notice something that it also makes me rethink drinking the mead. I don't feel the warmth of the stew radiating through my body like when I used to have a hot meal.
And you can see that it is hot. You can see the steam coming off of it.
And I can feel the heat. It looks like a freshly made pot of stew or bowl of stew. But yeah, when I eat some of it, it doesn't radiate through my body. Just like when I had the mead, I'm rethinking that swig or those sips of mead. There was no tingle of alcohol in my mouth. There was no, cooling effect. As usually when you drink a cold drink, it's gonna kind of chill your body off. I didn't feel any of that. And I put the bowl of soup down, and something's wrong. Something is wrong, Lake. Something's not right here.
Well, I mean, we're dead.
It's true. We are dead, and the rules must be different, but I don't like not knowing these rules. I've been familiar with the cycle of life and death for a very long time. And these are changes that I'm not used to.
Just the life side.
Something's wrong. And I actually turn around to that and say, that is true. I'm on the other side now. Guess there's new rules to play by. And I just kind of back away from the soup and the mead.
Is there anything anyone else would be doing or saying here? Either continuing this conversation or doing something else?
Steak.
Did you just say steak?
Steak.
There is a strip steak that appears right in front of you. There's
ribs.
There are ribs.
So good. Sorry to treat you like a chatbot, DM. Didn't mean to.
Not treating me like that. That's just the dining car.
Thanks, dining car. Wokka will take the... Can you describe the steak for me a little bit, please?
Sure. This is a strip cut, but because you only asked for steak, it doesn't have any sides or anything like that. It is simply seasoned with freshly ground black pepper, coarse salt, and the fat has been nicely rendered. It's got a good char on it. And cutting into it, what doneness would Wokka have wanted?
Medium rare, of course.
Well, then, of course, it's medium rare.
All right. Yeah. Well, Wokka's going to take a bite. And just kind of bounces back as he bites down. Oh, and then just kind of back and forth grind. Right. Fish. Let me grind on this a little more. Wokka's standing there. The flavor's pretty good. What do... Pepper, salt. Perfectly rendered fat. Can't chew it, though. Bad day. Think about this. Shepherd's pie.
A beautiful shepherd's pie in a mini cast iron pan manifests.
Perfect. This is what I'm talking about. And Wokka will take the pan and try to figure out this with the fish mouth, and kind of it dawns on him that, well, maybe this is just a big spoon, and we'll just
empties the whole thing.
And then you'll hear
it's really hot.
Pontiacs.
It's really hot.
Okay. Minced food it is. Can you describe the flavor for me, DM?
Absolutely. Since you ordered a shepherd's pie, it is lamb. And it has onions in it. It has a very, very well made mashed potatoes on top. Got a nice little drizzle of butter on there. Not too salty, but simple, delicious.
Wokka will bring his shoulder back. Excellent. Did you guys say yours tasted weird?
Hold on. After you say that, a bowl of egg salad appears on the table right next to you.
How long has that been there?
It was after you said excellent.
Hopefully.
So.
Okay.
I was going to say, hopefully it's less than 4 hours, I guess.
The way you said excellent as Wokka sounded like egg salad, so the car thought you needed egg salad, and so made an egg salad for you.
Wokka is going to assume that the car is reading his mind and just serving him as the nobleman that he is. Like,
knows what you want before
train.
you even do.
Yes, bowl.
Oh God.
Oh,
So gross.
Nothing like shepherd's pie followed by a healthy bowl of egg salad.
Jeez.
Just like the house cook used to make. Fantastic. You guys look like you didn't like yours a little bit. I don't understand.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Who doesn't like it? I like it all. Are you going to finish that steak?
Go ahead, Bear. You can have it. I can't. Nay, I refuse to not eat it.
Thanks. That's perfect. You can have some cake if you want.
Well, perfect.
And I eat it in one bite.
Hey,
I want to.
Oh.
While all this is going on,
The cake is a lie. Hold on. I have to acknowledge it and give props, and I would give you heroic inspiration if you didn't already have it. Wake, you.
I had that waiting in for this joke.
I am so proud of you.
Don't ask why I had it off screen.
I am so proud of you. Wake, you were going to say something?
I want to, catch Breenoh's eye and Pellam's eye and then nod over to the spectral kid. He looks a little sad, upset. What do you think? Should we check on him, maybe?
Ask him why he's sad. When he's surrounded by all this food.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, kid! Breenoh yells. And he just holds his branch hand out and waves at him. Why are you sad? He gestures around. It seems good.
I'm not sad. Why would I be sad when I have all this?
The way, I hear what you said, but the way that you said it did not inspire me feeling like that was truthful.
Can I ask
It's
you a
okay.
question? Do you think that if a dragon and a giant fought, which do you think will win?
I feel like you're trying to distract me, but I do
Depends on what
think
kind of dragon, depends on what kind of giant.
it would depend on both of those things.
He closes his eyes, and appearing in his left hand and his right hand, respectively, is a sugar cookie made to look like a rampart dragon, green in color, while in his right hand is another sugar cookie decorated to look like a fire giant. And he starts taking the dragon.
So, which of these do you think will win?
They look evenly matched to me.
Dragon.
Dragon.
And just stomps the green dragon sugar cookie onto the giant, and both of them end up shattering and cracking because he's using cookies as toys, and just takes a bite out of the green dragon.
You're right. What shall I make next? What's your favorite monster?
Oh, me? Oh. I like the Wendigo.
What's that look like?
Spooky, tall, big claws. Goes.
What ends
Fast.
what ends up manifesting is a genuinely slightly terrifying looking creature in sugar cookie form, decorated entirely with shadowy black icing. It is humanoid but stretching. It isn't something you can directly identify what it is. It is simply a nightmare. But then it also has, as part of the sugar cookie, a little dialogue bubble that has icinged into it.
I appreciate the attention to detail. Also, your brain. And he puts, Breenoh puts both of his hands on top of his own head, and his long branch fingers kind of encompass his whole head, and he tilts to the side. There is much inside of it. This is close, actually. Terrifying. Strong.
It is scary. So what could beat the Wendighost?
Two brothers.
Brothers?
Flannel, leather.
Sound like farmers.
No! No, the rock slide bolter.
The what?
The rock slide bolter.
Feel like this is another supernatural reference that I'm not getting.
No, it isn't. I will send it to you, but hold on.
Sorry.
Slide rock bolter.
It's a
That's on
cryptid.
me. It's a
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I was getting
another
ready to ask, is
cryptid.
this a cryptid?
Okay.
It's just cryptid bullshit, but
so
just
it's-
at the table.
As you
We love this.
as you say that once again, the young boy,
What's that look like?
and how do you describe it to him?
A giant fish that lives in the mountains.
A relatively
Big mouse.
large sugar cookie appears in his hand, like the size of his forearm, because it also has a mountainscape. And then just a giant bass-like fish. And he starts to and then Pellam.
But before he starts playing with it and things like that, he's gonna walk up. Pellam's gonna be dressed in a dark suit with a white button-down shirt and a black tie, holding a martini, and just kind of looks in there and looks at it and looks back at Wokka, then looks at it and then looks back at Wokka. A striking resemblance. And he'll take a sip of his martini and then he'll just hop up on the table and cross his legs.
Hey, Pellam, if you want a real striking resemblance, say fish sticks. Say
It's
it.
not time
Say it
for
out
that
loud.
right now.
Say it out loud. It'll
No.
make fish sticks appear, and he'll hate it. It'll be great.
We're not saying fish sticks out loud.
A plate of fish sticks appears. Oh, wait, were you speaking? Did you actually say that?
No.
Okay, that is out loud.
He even said fish sticks out loud.
Yeah. A plate of fish sticks appears right where Pellam is, which is nearby where you are, Wokka.
The fuck? What is wrong with you? That's so offensive.
Oh, thank goodness he got it. I was worried he was going to be too slow to get the joke.
Yeah.
You can't hear
you
this.
should be ashamed.
Just so you, this is
My
purely in Pellam's head.
Got it. I'm new to Pellam, so I didn't know.
Fair enough.
As you are fuming about this, the boy looks at Pellam and all of you as you've started to either approach or just looks around the room, but then returns his attention to Breenoh.
You think you can ever be forgiven for something that you didn't get to apologize for?
What do you mean?
Well, my mum always said that you have to say sorry if you do something bad. And then the person can forgive you, but does that mean that if you never get to say sorry, that they can never forgive you?
Forgiveness is an interesting beast. You can say you're sorry and not mean it and still be forgiven, if that makes sense. So, in that same vein, I feel you could say it and they not hear it and you still be forgiven in your own heart.
If I were going to say it, I would have meant it.
That's good. It is good to say things that you mean.
Is it bad to steal things?
What things? And he cranes his neck down. You hear the bark creaking as it twists and breaks a little just to get down to his level.
Well, there was this... Well, I didn't really steal the first thing for long, but there was a balloon. But then I saw a bear tied it on his tail. But that's not the thing I'm sad about, because I don't still have the balloon. And I didn't know if I took that from anyone, so I'm not really... No, but my neighbour, she... well, she had this beautiful garden, and she had all these rocks, and she would paint them. And there was one that looked like she painted it like a frog. And it was so silly looking. I love frogs. So I took it. I meant to give it back, but and I brought it with me onto the train, but I don't know where it is.
I will take this in turn. You took this thing because it brought you joy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good thing.
It was silly looking.
You should have asked permission first, but
I know.
But you meant to give it back. And he cranes his head just a little further and whispers, and even if you didn't, she may never know. Which
Mom,
is not good, but also good.
My dad always said it didn't matter if no one knew it. It's still bad to do it. And I didn't.
That is true.
I didn't mean to steal it. I was only borrowing it, but I never got to give it back.
Because you forgot. Whether you meant to steal or borrow, I think makes a difference. Sounds to me like it brought you joy. You would not take from a kindly neighbor. It is unlike you, if this is the first time. Forgive yourself, even if you cannot ask for forgiveness from your neighbor. Maybe you can give it to yourself.
Breenoh, could you make me a persuasion check, please?
Okay.
Or insight.
He's a tree, bro.
Your choice. Insight or persuasion.
Does Pellam hear any of this since he's
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
at the table next to him?
Oh,
Setting.
absolutely. I mean, he's like, it's hard to hear. Well, he's mostly stage whispering when he whispers.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's that whole,
Yeah.
if I
Make my voice sound like this, no one can hear me because I'm a kid.
Look,
Um,
kids can't be quiet. Kids can't be
and-
quiet. Everyone
so
on the
yes,
goddamn
you
train can hear this kid.
absolutely hear this.
He just kind of looks over and he's like, the balloon's one thing, you little shit, but the rock's another thing. Who cares? It's just a rock. Who cares?
I say a bad word.
Yeah, bad is a relative term, really.
See, it is a subtle spectrum.
They said I was on the spectrum one time. I think.
That I believe.
Yeah.
No shame.
Takes a sip of his martini.
You want your rock back. You want your neighbor's rock back.
I
It's
just
here?
want to give it back.
Oh.
Yeah, I brought it on
Oh.
the train with me, and then I lost it.
You want forgiveness. That is noble. Intention, remember? That is important.
Noble, like a knight.
Like a knight. You have good inside you that you want for others. You want to give it back, though you are dead.
Yeah.
And his voice kind of dies in his mouth or in his throat as you remind the young soul that he's dead.
And I'm sorry.
And he remembers that.
We will get your rock.
Pellam?
Pellam just brings up the puppet from earlier, the rock puppet kind of piece and things like that, and he just kind of goes, "Well, Mr. Giggle says that even if you do bad things and you're dead, it doesn't matter."
Hey, that's the rock. That's it. That's the frog. I remember now. Yeah, it was a puppy.
Yeah,
It
you
was
left it
missing
in
his
my
head.
train car.
Hey,
Yeah,
you.
I've been keeping him busy the whole time.
And just starts like absolutely giggling with the voice that you are giving it. And even though it's a rock that's painted and the mouth can't move, he's still absolutely entranced by this little performance that you put on.
Mr. Giggles, is it all right if I take your head? So, I think that if I have your head, Mr. Giggles, I might be able to, like my dad used to say, face the stone cold truth.
You know, they said the same thing back in France back in the day, too. And they said, let me fucking cake, who cares? And then it was all heads and tails.
Where's that bad
apparently.
word on the spectrum?
Very far on the right.
And I get to say the ones on the left?
You know, I'm not your goddamn parent, so you can say whatever the fuck you want to.
Poop!
You can do everything because we're on this train and stuff like that. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not like we're keeping
Fuckface.
track or anything.
And so he
Yeah.
begins to like spout off the most innocent of dirty phrases, butt face and just like fart head and
Poopy! No, I'm not good at it. Fuck!
Poopy cock, yeah. And he like makes the
Poopy
puppet.
chicken.
You know how Kermit
Poopy
the Frog
chicken.
does this thing? Like, yeah. He makes the puppet kind of do the Kermit the Frog thing along with him to celebrate.
Thank you. Is it alright if I take Mr. Giggles?
He puts the martini down out of the last one and then kind of takes it up out of there and he says, only if you do this one thing for me. You gotta promise you'll do this for me, right?
Okay.
If you meet important people out there in the world, you'll make Mr. Giggles say, fuck off! You gotta do it in the accent too. F off!
that's right, Pellam, corrupt the youth.
Fuck off! Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
deal.
Okay. And he gives him the puppet.
Takes it, looks down at Mr. Giggles and the painted frog rock, looks up with a smile and waves to you all,
Fuck off!
and fades out of existence.
Off he did.
Oh yeah,
fuck.
that kid's going to hell.
He really
he
did.
fucked
Fuck
off.
off.
He did fuck off.
Off he did fuck.
And that feels like an incredibly appropriate time to take our break. We are going to go fuck off for a second, and we will be back before too long. Don't go anywhere, friends. See you in a sec. We're back, and apparently I'm a sasshole. No context. No context for that. Just know that apparently I am.
It's a truce.
It's just a true thing. So, the young daydreaming boy disappears with the head of Mr. Giggles, leaving you all still here in the dining car.
Okay. I hope that was a good thing.
Yeah. I'm sorry to be insensitive. Is that kid, like, more dead?
Double dead.
And did he take Pellam, your friend?
He wasn't my friend, to be honest. He was a rock he left in my car, and then he took my balloon because he was a little shithead, and then I kept the rock and I made it into a puppet, and I didn't know that the rock was sentimental to him, but apparently it was. Who knew? Now he's gone. I don't know where he goes. That's a good question. I don't know where people go when they leave here. We'll have to figure
the
that
most
out.
lucid
Will
thing
we
you
go?
said.
I need to drink more, apparently.
Well, the Vega asked us to, like, help some of these folks, right? So, the kid, the jailbird, the others, like, we're on the right track if we're supposed to do this stuff.
Does that mean I still have to learn how to speak bear?
Well, I don't know if the bear was included in that or not. The bear was on fire. These people were not on fire. They were just weird colors.
I'm sorry.
I thought of something. What about the woman that wouldn't let us open the door? Do you think maybe she wants some food or something, and that'll entice her to open the door?
Well, I gotta take steak and eggs back to the guy, and that's on the way, so we could do both.
Okay. So, thinking of that, I'm going to ask for, or think of, a bowl of, this time I'm going to go for, like, another bowl of like, hot vegetable soup. And I'm going to try and imagine it in some sort of, like, container, so you can, like, take lid off, put lid on, and all that. And a container of water. You know, just basic drinking water.
You
And
absolutely
that'll
get
be
a...
to take back to the girl and maybe offer her some food, and then she may be willing to talk.
pitcher of water, a bowl of stew with a thick cloth over it. Not really many to-go containers, but at least something to make
Right.
it so it's harder to spill and it won't get cold.
Mm-hmm. And a spoon.
Absolutely.
Because that would be hilarious.
And I'll order the rare steak and sunny side up eggs for the prisoner.
It appears
And I'll order 5 more.
they also appear. They're just a whole table's worth of sunny side up eggs and rare steaks.
I need to ask a question here. I didn't mean to be rude when asking if we killed that kid, but I am genuinely curious, and I kind of want an answer, because so far I've gotten no answers for anything, except, oh, I don't know, deal with it. So I'm really curious. Does anyone mind if I ask a question?
Please do.
I think we all deserve an answer. And Wokka will shoulders back. Mr. Vagrant, I have a question.
You stand there in expected silence as there is no response.
Maybe he didn't hear me. I would like to speak to the conductor, please.
This is an automated recording. The vagrant is otherwise occupied
Yes.
at this moment. Please feel free to attend to whatever your concerns are. Find yourself food in the dining car, drink in the lounge. Enjoy your time on the Ghostlight Express.
How convenient. He said, any questions, please ask.
Could everyone make me
Well, let's
a
go
quick
kill some more
check?
children.
It can be insight, investigation, or perception. Those three make the most sense to me. Looking for anyone who beats a 19 here.
And what is
You
this?
said that.
Investigation, perception, or insight.
That's what I thought.
Not passives, roll.
Not me.
Perception.
8.
Wokka has
Whoa.
rolled.
Natural 1. Ew.
Are you okay?
Dang. The highest we got on that was a 12 from Pellam. Wow. 8, 7, 6, 9, 6, 12.
But we ain't seen nothing.
Pellam, you hear in your head, oh, I like this vagrant guy. He's full of shit.
He just starts laughing.
You heard me say we're going to kill more kids, right? Then you start laughing?
I don't know if we killed him or not. I don't. Maybe his soul actually went to some place that wasn't a long black train. That's also a possibility. I don't really know how this works, to be honest with you. I kind of expected just poof, like Thanos, when we found my balloon, and yet I'm still here with you all. So, yeah, weird, huh?
Well, you know what? That's more of an explanation than that fucking frog's giving us, so I'll take it.
How does it work with amphibian creatures and water? Do you guys is it like the jets and the sharks? Wait, sharks are water creatures too. Huh.
Bro, I've been a fish for like 20 minutes. I don't know all of the ins and outs, but so far I don't like him very much. So I'm going to say that we're at war until I find out otherwise.
You know what? Let's go with that.
Let's fuck
At
him
least
up.
you can drink stuff. When I put it in my mouth, I have no idea where it goes. I'm made of wood, much like this kind right here.
That's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Tastes good
that's a
though.
head scratcher.
We got 2 fuzzy faces, 3 folks made of wood, and a fish.
And we walked
Fish.
into a bar cart.
Water, please.
And we walked into a bar.
A glass of ice cold water.
Oh yeah, baby. How I do this? Wokka will take his hand flipper fin, dunk it in the water, and just slather it on a little bit. Not quite satisfying. They'll just kind of throw it back and chug it. Like, still figuring this out. Thank you.
Hey, should we start heading back? See what happens. See if we can.
Let's go kill a guy with some eggs.
Oh.
You
If it
all
cooks right, probably won't happen.
You all retrace your steps. The car right before the dining car is the lounge car, where you met Philip and Adela Druskenvald, who, seeing you all just kind of hustle back, clearly on a mission, Adela
Wearing a bunch of
starts
plates.
to starts to greet you all. Later then. Smells good.
I'm doing the waiter carry with mine.
I have all 5 plates of the other steak and eggs, like, in my claws, and I'm trying to, like, sniffle off of them as we go.
You won't
Bites off them
you
as
won't
you're
set any of
going.
those down, dear. You don't have to carry all those. You can set them down here on the bar.
No, unless you want some. But you can go into the next car and get your own.
Of course, yeah. Oh, well, they are something, aren't they? They are indeed, my dear. But they are on a mission right now. Look at them.
Wokka, a 6.5 foot tall catfish, will point at them and be like, "Thanks for not being weird. We'll be back in a little bit."
They just laugh.
Pellam will jump up on the bar real quick, still dressed in a full suit and everything like that, and just martini glass empty at the moment, and just kind of lean over towards the man that I assume is still maybe behind the bar, maybe not. We'll see. But he kind of leans over towards and was like, yeah.
Philip steps behind the bar while complimenting the cut of your suit. That is finely tailored. If you got that anywhere that I might be able to purchase it, I would very much like to get your tailor's information. That is incredibly done. Now, did you want martini dry? Do you have any particular preferences?
Of course. Shaken, not stirred. And he does in his best 007 voice.
Takes a minute, very, just does quick pours, doesn't measure them, but shakes and strains out a frosty mini serving of a martini for you, and then pulls a cocktail glass down and fills his own and skewers a couple olives and drops a skewer of olives in yours as well. There you are. Let me know what you think. I'm always taking critique. Oh, yes, cheers.
And he goes and takes a sip. I imagine it's probably immaculate considering
It's pretty
he's
dang
been working
good.
the bar.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good martini.
Yeah. He just kind of gives a nod and he's like, "Pleasure to meet you, Moneypenny," and jumps off the bar and starts walking behind everybody.
What did he call me?
I think he said money penny. I don't know what it means, but I kind of like it. Money penny.
You all head out of the lounge car, passing back through the mail car, where that grizzled spirit of a sailor is continuing to lug mail to and fro, passing through the mail car, and you eventually then return to the sleeper car, where as you once again approach the third sleeper cabin, you still hear the faint crying from behind the door. Would you all be stopping here first, or would you be continuing on to the baggage car before dealing with anything else?
I'll look over to Jack for this one and see what he wants to do.
Yes, I would like to, to do something with this while the food is still fresh. So I will actually approach the door and I kind of give a gentle knock and something to the effect of offering food. It's like, food from the dining car. Would you enjoy some soup and some cold water? Trying to sound like car service.
Thank you. You can just leave it there. I'll get it. Thank you.
Okay. Well, she says she at least wants it, so I set it down and leave it kind of like a service thing. I just leave it right in front of the door, and I guess I don't want to force her, so I guess she's at least eating, so I guess we can continue on.
I love Jack.
But what I would like to do next is, instead of going on to the next car, I want to check those other 2 doors.
Absolutely.
I did.
Which
So, let's
which would
see,
you
we started-
check first? So there are 3 sleeper cars here. Would you check the middle one or the far one first?
We'll go ahead and check the middle one, because when we first came in, door number 3 is the girl that won't open her
Mhm.
door, and then there's the middle car. So we'll go to the middle door next.
Listening at the door for a second. See if there's someone else in there. Don't hear anything. So you slide the door open. You see a private cabin. There are 2 neatly made full beds in here, polished mahogany furnishings, plush velvet curtains that veil the shroud beyond the window. And on one of the end tables in this room, there is a phonograph, record player. Already, it already has a record on it, but it's off, not turning. The needle isn't on the record. It's not playing right now, but that's what you see as you look in the second cabin here. When you check out the first cabin, I'm just telling you both, and then you are free to do any investigation you would wish. The second cabin, laid out identically to the first cabin is laid out identically to the second, aside from the fact that it doesn't have a phonograph there. You only see that in the second cabin. You do notice, however, that this first cabin looks like it is occupied, not currently, but that someone is actually staying in here. And you see one of the beds is unmade, or just slightly unmade, not like doesn't have any bedding on it, just hasn't been neatly remade. And on the other bed, there are several different assorted sets of fine clothing, from well-cut suits to silk pajama sets, dresses, and there are there's a open suitcase in here as well that looks pretty similar to the fine leather suitcases that you noticed in the luggage car with the D that Wake had noticed. But that's what you see here in this first car, and that's what you see in this first cabin, and that's what you also see in the second.
I will actually return to the second cabin,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to go check out the phonograph.
Is anyone else
And-
going with Jack as he's investigating? Or would people be pushing
Oh, yeah.
on to the next car, or just hanging out in the hall? Breenoh, you're tagging along.
I will be a shadow.
I'm eating.
Wake, Pellam, Wokka?
I will be still in the train car,
Mhm.
in the sleeper car with everybody, but a little bit closer, like that sitting area that's
Got it.
closer towards the exit we want.
Got it.
And Pellam's just hanging out, drinking.
Got it.
Yeah, Wokka's gonna go towards the other door to kind of keep an eye on Pellam.
Got it. Jack and Breenoh, with the two of you walking in first, and Jack, as you head over to investigate this phonograph, as you approach it, the needle or the phonograph suddenly clicks on and begins to spin, and the needle drops of its own accord. There is a loud popping sound, and then the sound of a phonograph before the music starts, the little static and scratching and popping. And then a slow jazz number starts to play. And as the notes flow from this sleeper cabin out into the car, Pellam, there's something very familiar about this tune. The rhythm, the style, it's different. But the themes, the notes, the melodies, the runs of different chords here, they're very familiar to you. And as you hear it and process it, you were leaning up against one of the walls here in the sleeper car just a second ago, but you suddenly find yourself in a different space. Let me just adjust one thing. You see a large stone building. Huge. Not castle size, but definitely an estate that could house hundreds of people. And you are near one of the porches of this building that probably has many. And you see on this porch numerous figures, about 8. One of them is seated in a rocking chair, while the others are all standing surrounding this seated individual. The standing figures are all dressed in similar uniforms of medical practitioners. They all wear masks that cover the majority of their face. And you can hear that the figure in the rocking chair is saying something. Saying one word over and over and over again. Would you approach, or would you move away?
He'll approach.
As you step closer, those standing figures also start to slowly step closer to this figure in the rocking chair, and you can now hear the creaking of the chair. And as you are about to step onto the porch, you can make out what the figure is saying. Pellam. 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 Do you find yourself back inside the train, where you were standing, as the song concludes?
Oh.
You alright, kid?
They, yeah, they, turntable needs to get tuned, doesn't it? It's a little weird and dissonant and spooky. Crazy, weird things. Yes. Yes. And he kind of rocks back and forth a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, about that crazy bitch in the other cart. We're gonna do something about her? She's still crying. Getting annoying. Give her a drink or something, maybe. Yeah? Maybe?
Could we by chance notice if her crying or anything like that changed up while that song was playing?
Did not seem to. You can't hear the crying in this cabin, but those of you who would be close enough to the third cabin, Ember, to have still heard, she continued to softly cry throughout.
So,
And I'm still kind of like, I'm very curious as to how and why that thing started playing before we even got to touch it. So I'm still going to approach it.
Yeah.
And is the did when it finished playing, did like the needle come off and everything, or do I need to remove it? Because I
No,
want to
it
take
is.
off the needle and
It's
actually
still
pick up-
spinning, and it's just in between tracks at this moment.
So I'm actually going to take off the needle and actually try to get the record off the player to kind of see if there's any writing on it. Is it labeled with like the name of the song or something?
It is. The only writing on it reads property of the Ghostlight Express. Please return to cabin 2 if found.
Okay. I'll put it back on the phonograph, but I'll put the needle, like however you set the needle down when it's not actually playing. It sits
Absolutely, on
like,
its
the needle
rest.
rest. Yeah. So needle back on the needle rest. Record back in its place on the player. Are there any other records around, or is that the only one there?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigate. 16.
First of all, looking at the phonograph, you can't find anything that explains what just happened. But looking for...
Oh, no, yeah, we're getting to that.
But looking for another record, there is another record nearby that reads... or the jacket of it reads... Jazz Standards, 12 classic numbers.
And with that investigation check, also maybe carry over so I can wonder how in the hell did that thing play? Like, okay, let's step outside the game for just a moment. If I remember correctly, don't phonographs need some sort of power source?
100%.
I
mean, they can be...
Okay,
the power
alright.
source can be a, like, mechanical one in the sense of being wound, and, you know, the power source there is the tension. It could be electricity, battery, maybe it's magic. We are in a world where magic exists, so maybe it needs a power source, maybe it's enchanted.
Right, I just call a support number because phones are able to, apparently.
Excuse me, it started playing on its own. Seems haunted. Please advise.
Yes. Yeah, but seriously, I do want to, like, look it over or poke and prod it to see, like, what does power it? Like, you know, is it mechanical? Is it magical?
It has a crank on it.
Okay, that's crank. Okay. Ah, that's weird. Like, why? How and why did this thing start playing when we entered the room? We don't see any sort of, like, trigger, a wire, a pattern, something that could have, like, someone could leave behind to rig it to play when a person walks in the room, or...
Carrying over that investigation check, 16. 16 is pretty good. You don't find any tripwires, any mechanisms, any signs of enchantment, and you're pretty confident that you've looked fairly thoroughly, and would have found signs of such a thing if there was one, but you find no such sign.
Fair enough. Alright, I guess there's just some things that can't be explained in this world. So I, again, leave the record on, needle back to the needle rest, and I'm done with this room for now. I guess I'm just gonna leave it as one of those things I can't quite figure out.
100%. You step back out into the hallway along with Breenoh. Would you all be lingering here in the sleeper car, or would you be heading to the baggage car?
I'll head towards the baggage car when the group
Yeah.
kind of shifts that consensus.
Yeah, I'm ready to continue on.
Yeah.
Before we go, and everybody piles out of this car, and Ember's finishing up the plates of steak and eggs, neatly stacking them, don't worry about it. I'm going to knock on the door of the crying lady.
Thank you. I'll get the food in a moment. Thank you.
Hey, no worries. You sound like you need either a hug, a tissue, or a bottle of wine. Can I get any of those for you while we're passing through? We're worried about you.
There's a pause. You can come in.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to look at everybody with, very wide eyes and look back at the door, and then slowly open the door. And I'm going to say, just so you know, we do have friends out in the hallway, but I will just come in unless you want more company. You can tell me if that's the case, but let's see how you feel about this. And I will keep the door cracked so that you feel comfortable.
As you very gently and considerately enter the room, the woman does not respond.
As you can as a bear.
As much as you can. But your words being very gentle and considerate. The woman that you see in here does not respond. The room that you see is identical to the one with the phonograph, minus the phonograph. You see, seated on one of the beds here, a spirit of a crying young woman. She has big, wet doe eyes. Can't really tell what color her hair was, but it's done up and then is done under a large hat, which has a large bow on the top of it, which attaches or loops around under her chin to hold the hat on. And she is holding in her two cupped palms an open locket. The locket is still, the chain is still around her neck, but she is looking at the locket and crying.
Hello, my name is Ember. Can I give you a hug? Words of comfort?
She does not respond, but as a result, she neither responds in the affirmative nor the negative. She simply keeps quietly crying and looking at this locket.
I'm going to go and sit cross-legged in front of her feet.
You're fairly
quietly.
You're fairly tall, so even cross-legged, you can
I'm
still
big.
you can still crane your neck to look at the locket if you wish.
And I will, but in a way that it doesn't look like I'm being nosy.
Of course. You see in this open locket, on one side, the portrait of a young, handsome, mustachioed man. A kind of thick mustache that covers his upper lip, but is giving a beaming smile in this portrait. Dressed very well. Hair a little bit thinning, but it works for him. And underneath are the engraved letters JB.
After a minute of kind of just letting her be,
Jacob.
I'm going to speak in a very low, oh, Jacob. Okay. Is that your Jacob?
Isn't he so handsome? And turns the locket a little bit towards you. Hey, Jacob.
Yeah,
Sweet, sweet
he's
Jacob.
very handsome.
Have you seen him?
DM, have I seen him?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you, DM. I'm not quite sure I have, but I am happy to keep an eye out for him if you think he's here with us. Did you guys get separated?
I don't know. I just know that if I get off this train, then I'm going to the next place, and if I go without him, then I have to spend forever without him. And what is forever without him?
Okay. Do... Do you think if I approach Jacob, as I am now, and I gesture at my snout, my little round ears, do you think that Jacob will listen to me if I tell him that his lover, you, is waiting for him over in this car?
Yes, of course he would. Just tell him that his sweetheart is looking for him.
Okay.
Oh no.
What's your name?
Don't remember.
That's okay. You can be sweetheart for now, okay?
Okay.
Does that feel okay?
I know it sounds stupid, but that's all I ever wanted to be. It's just his sweetheart and him mine.
That doesn't sound stupid at all. It looks like you were that. You have him in a locket. You clearly care much about him. And if we can find him here, we'll bring him to you.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll admit I'm starting to lose hope at
And
this
then-
point. I don't know how long I've
Why
been here.
so? Well, I don't know how long any of us have been here. So,
It doesn't matter if it's in a day or 1,000 years. I'll wait 1,000 more.
okay. We'll do our best. And I want to ask you something. If we do not find Jacob in the worst case scenario, and I'm just saying if, are you going to be willing to see if he is in the next place waiting for you?
Don't know. I don't want to think about that
You
possibility.
don't need to know the answer.
I don't want that.
I don't want that for you either. I just know that it's an important question to have. I'm going to pat around in my pockets and try and look for a handkerchief.
You have one.
I pull it out and I hand it over to Sweetheart.
Almost without realizing she does it, she reaches out and takes it and dabs at her cheeks, and then her hand just falls to the side, the handkerchief hanging loosely as she just keeps looking at the face of her one true love.
All right, Sweetheart. I'm going to go and let my friends know we are looking for your love, Jacob, with that wonderful mustache.
He was always so proud of that thing. I begged him to shave it.
I mean, if I could grow hair like that on my face, I would also be very proud of it too.
Thank you.
Of course.
Could you close the door? I don't want anyone to hear me like this.
Absolutely. And if you want anything else, actually, first, let me bring in the food and the water.
She just
And I'll bring
nods.
in the soup and the water.
Set it down next to her. She doesn't even seem to take notice of it. But
Do me a favor, Sweetheart. Eat 2 bites for me. And drink some water.
she
And then
nods.
I leave.
And you slide the door shut behind you.
Have you guys seen a guy with a mustache around here?
What was that, Breenoh? It cut you out.
I said, well, have we?
I mean, you all have seen one guy with a mustache, Philip, but his was
Then yes.
very...
Jacob?
There is no comparison. Jacob looks like he has like mahogany skin and a receding hairline and a large bushy mustache compared to the slicked back hair, pencil thin mustache, and fairly pale Philip.
Okay. Well, guys,
Isn't the
We
guy
gotta
that we're
keep
supposed
an
to take
eye
food
out.
back to got a mustache?
yeah.
He has, first of all, I can tell you flat out, Ember, that unless Jacob let himself very much go, and had some other very significant changes, there is no way those are the same two people. Though the jailbird figure did have definitely numerous days of scruff on his face, it wasn't the mustache that would evoke so much pride in a man.
Okay. All right. I'm
God.
going to try
Now I
and...
have the mustache song from A Million Ways to Die in the West stuck in my head, which if you haven't heard that,
A mustache, a
Neil
mustache. Now
Patrick
we
Harris.
both have said mustache.
It's amazing, and it's in my head forever now.
I love it so much.
So good. I am going to impart to the rest of our motley crew what Jacob looks like and what just happened as I start kind of going towards the next car.
You begin recounting this. Would anyone want to say anything on this to Ember before you all arrive in the mail car? Or, I'm sorry, before you arrive in the baggage car. You've already passed through the mail car. So, as you inform your companions of this and you all press backward, back towards the baggage car, you once again enter the car that is too tall to make sense with the towering mountains of dusty, aged luggage in here that you have to pick your way back through before you eventually return to the spot, Wake, where you left that figure in the striped clothing with the ball and chain attached to his ankle. And he has his eyes closed at the moment, hand on his stomach, and is just...
Hey there, friend. We managed to get what you needed right here.
Oh,
Right here.
You've got to be shitting me. You didn't actually get...
Yeah,
Oh, I smell steak.
just like you wanted.
You hand him the plate. He takes it reverently, and he sets it in his lap. And his hands shake a little bit as he looks at this, rubbing his hands together, licking his lips. Oh, now this here, I don't want to rush it. I've been dreaming of this meal. Well, a real long time. And he starts to cut into the rare steak, the juices spilling out as he cuts one of the egg yolks and dips the steak, takes a bite. Oh, yeah. Take it from me, friends. If you ever find yourself in a situation where someone asks you what you want for your last meal, steak and eggs, hell of a way to go. Would have been. And just continues to hork down this food without another word at that point. There. Oh, yeah. Ember?
Friend, between your bites,
Excuse me.
have you seen a man with a mustache?
You all are the only people I really remember seeing, but could have been. I don't know.
That's fair. Thank you. Continue.
There's the clatter of knife and fork as he drops them onto the plate with a belch and a pat of his stomach. Thank you. That was everything I dreamed of. I'm gonna be going, I think. And just starts to fade away with just a final... Excuse me.
Well, that leaves the mail car, searching the luggage in here, maybe, and the car that was right after ours, I believe, before Pellam's.
The circus car was
I'm
the
remembering
one right
correctly.
after the passenger car. It went passenger car, circus, baggage,
Oh, damn, we got
sleeper,
lucky.
mail, lounge, dining. You got lucky in
Oh,
one
okay.
respect and unlucky with the dining car.
Very unlucky in the next. Okay.
Yeah, there's the
I mean,
guy that was working the mail, and then I think there was someone in the lounge that we didn't talk to yet.
you're right. Can I, before we go, see if any of the chests or trunks in here look interesting enough to maybe look through?
Sure, make me an investigation check.
Do. Some things are hard to not have hardwired. Oof. That's an 8.
8. Well, Breenoh already grabbed one interesting looking bag out of here when you all were first in here.
Mhm.
And with an 8, I think rather than noticing anything else of your own, your attention is drawn to the same set of luggage that you saw Wake investigating previously. There is almost all the luggage in here shows extreme age, either through moldering leather, through warped wood, or just a layer of dust. But there is a fresh and very fancy looking set of luggage, complete with a over-the-shoulder style larger bag. There is a steamer trunk. There are 2 roller suitcases. They are a rich, almost red leather and have gold edging on them. They all also have a stylized golden D inscribed on them.
Mm-hmm.
With that check, I will also say that just rifling through, you do find a total of about 75 silver pieces, just among different effects and pockets and of different luggage and bags here. How long were you wanting to spend searching?
Upon collecting, not too long. I'm actually more interested in the mailroom personally.
Cool.
After finding the silver, though, I am going to take it in my paws and kind of go over to Breenoh and be like, "These came out of the same bags. Do you want some?"
What are they? And he cups his hands, creates this huge boat with them. Ooh.
No.
Ooh. What are they? What are they?
Now a boat.
It's 75 silver
That's what
pieces.
they are.
Now things. Oh, it is just money? What
It's money.
use do we have for money here? And he removes his hands from touching each other, breaks his boat, and they fall to the ground. You hear them tinker, 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 tinker.
Well,
I do want one, though. As a keepsake.
Ember,
Money.
you know, Breenoh, with that kind of logic, what use do we have for clothes here? Am I right? And
I do
go to
not
pick
wear
up all
clothes.
of the silver. You do not.
And he puts both of his. You hear them go creak as he puts both of them in the air and goes, ah. And then he helps you
Lovely.
pick them up. He helps you pick them up. But you may have the money.
All right. Thank you.
Anyone else wanting to do
With that,
anything
I'm
here
ready
in the
to move
baggage
on.
car? Or would we be now returning elsewhere? And if so, where are we going?
Trying to remember now.
Hit me.
The person I've spent most of this time, I guess, back away from the table for a moment. I've been trying to recall most of this time. The crying girl. She mentioned the boy Jacob, and I for some reason thought we met a Jacob on this train somewhere.
Was it the boy
And-
that's gone?
He never gave a name. The boy did.
He didn't.
We've met
he's a
Bob.
boy.
We've met Mr.
Yeah.
Giggles. None of the spirits that you've spoken to have given you any names that, are traditional names. And then you've met Philip and Adela and the Vagrant. I don't think you've met a Jacob.
Okay, for some reason I thought we have. Okay, God, maybe just bad memory. I'm getting old. And, and Ember, did you get the girl's name when you were talking to her?
Her name is Sweetheart, currently.
All right.
I
Sweetheart,
don't think
okay.
she remembers her name.
Okay.
The locket had JD on it, didn't it?
JB. J
B,
and
okay.
then B
Thank
as in
you.
boy.
And then the D was on the steamer trunk, correct?
Correct. And I know those letters
Okay,
can
not
sound
B.
very
Okay.
similar. D as in David, or D as in Druskenvald, on the
Delta.
luggage, and B as in boy. B as in Bob the Balloon on the initials.
There was also similar luggage in the first cabin in the sleeper car.
Oh yeah, and anyone who poked their head in that sleeper car, it takes no check for you to recognize the clothing styles in there as though the styles worn by Philip and Adela. The same well-cut suits, the same glamorous and cute dresses.
And more silver.
Probably.
Out of game.
Okay.
Yeah?
Just remind me, what happened to the green bear?
Still in here, still snoozing. You managed to get the, Oh, actually, yeah, you managed to get the balloon off of the bear's tail without waking it, so it is still just rumbling, snoring in here.
I get it now. That kid, he said.
Bear friend. So you're looking for a guy, right? And you turned into a bear. Do you think maybe he turned into a bear? Am I wrong here? I'm just spitballing. I'm just a wizard, so, you know.
You have a point, but I don't speak bear.
We checked.
I
Oh,
could
I think we
Let
talked
me
about
see.
this before.
If only you knew somebody who was a wizard.
do. Oh, you? Do you know how to speak bear?
I have, in my explorations and studies in my life, learned some spells that allow me to communicate or at least understand any language.
Okay. So
which
you do
could mean
speak bear. Okay.
More or less. Pequeño.
Do you? Un poco.
Oh,
Do you want me to wake up our bear friend so it is a friendly face before you speak to the bear, since you are fish-shaped and...
yes, I was going to say, I don't know if you've noticed, I am a fish, and bears tend to enjoy fish, from what I've
Yes,
discovered
we
in my
do.
studies and my travels. I would like to not be eaten. Despite apparently being dead, I would like to not join the gluttonous boy in his fate.
When we first got back into this car, and I see the bear and everything. We're in the car with the bear now, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to stop, and I'll just stop like right in the entrance as soon as we recognize the bear, and I'm going to begin ritual casting Speak with Animals. It takes 10 minutes to cast it ritual, so while they do
Absolutely.
their thing, I want to spend 10 minutes.
Is that a you-focused spell or ritual, or is that an AoE-focused ritual?
It's a me focus. It's only me.
That's okay. I mean, bears like eating pumpkins too.
What
That's
is-
right, they do.
What is, since this is a ritual, Like, what does the
Tell you
ritual look like as you conduct this, Jack?
Okay. So, I'm just gonna basically kind of, I guess, walk into the room, kind of go to the left or the right, whichever's free, so I'm not blocking the door. And then I just kind of kneel down. I'm just like sitting on my knees, like you would see like a meditation stance or whatever. And I just kind of close my eyes, and you just see me like mumbling Druidic language, but there's no voice or sound to it. It's just like, and I'm going to be doing that for like 10 minutes.
And if you started... Oh, Wokka, go ahead.
Wokka's looking at that, like, that's sitting down. She's like, what the hell are you doing? We're working on something right here. Under his breath. She's like, what? Okay. Okay, art. I don't know. Pumpkin's gonna pumpkin.
And by the time the meal has been completed and this haint here has disappeared, you have completed the ritual. The bear made of ghostly green flame still slumbers behind a large stack of baggage. But you can now, if you wish, communicate with said creature. Can't guarantee how it'll respond, but you can communicate.
Okay, so I should be able to speak with the bear now, but it is still asleep, so I do wonder, who is willing to poke the bear?
I'll do it. I poke myself.
Fair enough. Because I don't know how this bear is going to respond from being brought out of slumber. It might be angry. Or it might be hibernating. We don't know.
Would it be feasible for... I don't want to retroactively game, but having food from the food cart in my pockets seems like something I would
feels
do
like
as I
you
carried
ordered enough
plates of
food that you could have easily taken a scrap or a morsel with you.
So much food.
That
I am
feels
a
like something that
big
could have happened.
being.
She has
Okay.
a steak in
Car's
her
right
pocket.
there.
She's pocket steak.
Pocket steak!
It's also literally a straight line back to the car. Like, you can't get lost.
But we're here right now. I'm gonna dig in my pockets and see if I have pocket steak.
Yeah, you get a linty piece
Pull
of
out
pocket steak.
I brush off the lint. And then I softly approach the bear at the side, not the front. And I put the steak in front of the bear's nose. And I say in a very low voice, "Hello, bear friend. Sorry to bother you."
You watch the nostrils of this bear made of flame as it sniffs at the meat, and one of the eyes of this bear opens, and as it sees you there, it pushes up. And Jack, you understand you understand all it is saying is, I mean, it's not actually at this point really saying anything. It is roaring. There is no, meaning beyond that, but you hear as it roars, and you just hear a no! And it, Pellam, I saw your hand.
I'm just gonna cast comprehend languages too.
Okay. The one thing I will note with comprehend languages is a little different than speak with animals. That's why they both exist. Animals don't really have a language that can be comprehended. This allows you to comprehend things like abyssal, undercommon, all those different things. So speak with animals.
He's gonna cast it, and he's gonna turn around to everybody and says, "I think he's pissed off. He's pissed off." We woke
Never
him
mind.
up.
I see that.
Never mind. Comprehend languages is
Yeah,
working
that's
great.
Yep.
Oh
My
no.
bear education tells me too.
Oh.
And in this
I like
moment,
this guy. Fish sticks is important. He's got smart guy.
as the
He
bear
is-
True. Shut up. Don't call me that.
as this bear rears up onto its hind legs, becoming even taller than you, Ember. Fangs bared as it starts to approach you. I need everyone to roll initiative. You'll be able to do what you want to do on your initiative, because right now it's attacking. But we're going to roll initiative while we take a break, because we've been going again for a little over an hour. So we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to roll initiative. We'll be back, y'all. we're back. And we are jumping straight into this combat. We will see what goes down, though, because our initiative order is Ember with a 24, Wake with a 21, Pellam 18, Jack 15, Breenoh 9, Wokka 3. So, because you all were prepared for this potential eventuality, there's no disadvantage on the initiative rolls with being surprised or anything like that. So, Ember will be up first, and then Wake, as this bear is still rearing back.
You said that this bear is taller than I am?
On its hind legs, yeah. I mean, it's at like the, 9.5 foot mark.
I take a step back, put out my hands to make sure that everybody is behind me. Swoop down, pick up the piece of floor steak that was previously pocket steak.
Oh.
And throw it at his mouth. While doing this afterwards. And going, "Ah!" back at him.
Okay.
As I get as big as I can.
Make me an
speak there,
animal
kind of.
an animal handling check with advantage, please.
With advantage, so that's 2 rolls, right?
Correct. And you take the best.
15.
Yeah, we'll take the 15 over the nat 1.
Yeah.
You toss this, and almost more out of just animalistic instinct than anything, the bear snaps the piece of meat and turns its attention from you, sniffs, its nostrils flaring, and you watch its flaming eyes turn towards Pellam. And as the rest of you hear the roars, Jack, you hear, "Not going back!" and begins to lower onto all fours and start to try to charge towards Pellam.
Your noise
You went
canceled
robotic
that
there,
out.
and I did.
Oh,
I
shit.
did not catch what you said.
No problem.
Thanks,
It does
Hey,
that.
Discord, get your shit together.
It does
Holy
that when...
fuck.
For real,
yeah,
bro.
it does that when
like,
I
what
fuck
the
with
fuck?
it. Not going back.
Ooh, fuck.
Do I have a chance to
Not
yell
taken.
that out to what he's saying?
100%.
Or is he gonna-
Free action, you can absolutely translate 3 words.
Okay. And I... Okay, so I kind of yell at Pellam as he's like, he's telling you he's not going back. He's whatever that means. He's telling you he's not going back.
We cut back to Ember. You still have
Yeah.
bonus action. I would say free action, object interaction to just toss that. You still have your full round here.
Can I, since I haven't really moved,
You're
can
not.
I, like, body check this boy?
Pellam?
Yeah, no, not Pellam. I don't think Pellam would really survive that.
They were trying to knock him out of the way.
Going around. No, I want to body check the bear.
Absolutely. So this would be a shove attack.
Okay.
Which... Or,
Yeah, where is that?
hold
What
on.
do I do?
So
defense
that is
attack?
so
Would
that
that
is
be a
one
thing?
of the things. Yes, that is changed in 2024. That's why I needed to check it. Shoving is now a unarmed strike. So the way it works is now it's instead of a contested roll, it is a straight saving throw for the bear. So the saving throw is 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, 8 plus my strength modifier plus my proficiency bonus?
Mm-hmm. Your proficiency is right next to your charisma, just so you know. Your
Okay.
your strength
Thank you.
bonus.
There's so many boxes
I know,
on this.
but you're doing great learning this.
8 plus 5.
So
All right.
8 plus 5, so 13. It gets to choose whether it wants to make a dexterity or a strength check. It's going to make a dexterity. It has a +4 on that.
Should have done
I
acrobatics,
got
bro.
a 13 total, which means it meets to beat the DC. And so unless you want to use your heroic inspiration in this moment to re-roll yours to see if you can get higher than a 13. It's a little after the fact, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not? Let's do it. So that's
Okay,
just one roll.
So, just a d20 roll?
It still has the same. Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I was thinking of
'Cause we just
2014. It's
used
not a
my
contested
stats.
roll. My
That's
bad.
okay.
So you can't use heroic inspiration here. It meets and beats the DC. So as you go shoulder checking this thing, it gets knocked a little off course, but not enough to. All it does is it actually runs through some of the luggage. Pass it. And when I say through it, I don't mean knocking it aside. I mean passing through it.
Can I, as this is all happening, and as I crash into this guy, just yell, Pellam, run!
Absolutely. That is going to bring up Wake. Pellam, you are the next PC on deck.
All right, so we were all kind of in the same general clump, and the on fire bear is now rushing towards / through us to get.
So we kind of have three groups. We have Jack, who was off closer to the door. We have Pellam, Breenoh, Wake, and Wokka, who were together a little bit back from the bear as Ember had approached the bear. So Ember's the closest to it right now. It's still about 20 or so feet away from you and Pellam and the rest of that group, and that would put it about 50 feet away from Jack right now.
And it's running towards our little group, where I'm
100%.
standing, repel. Okay. Can I run forward to meet it?
100%.
What I want to do, though, I want to run like I'm trying to meet its charge, but then feint to the side. So I'm running past it a little bit and try to... I'm going to use an unarmed attack with my claws. I'm going to try to, like, scrape his shoulder or its side as I'm, like, baseball sliding onto my knees trying to get past him.
100%. Let's do it.
All right. So this is going to be an attack with my cursed claws, which, if I connect, damage and an extra effect. Oh, I roll damage instead of attack. Sorry. Hold on. Wrong button. Come on. Dirty 20 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
So that was 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then this is my cursed creature special. Until the start of my next turn, the creature is cursed. Gray mist is kind of enveloping and trailing off of it. And it has disadvantage on all D20 tests.
Woo hoo hoo! What? So as your claws swipe at this bear as you're sliding through, your claws partially pass through this thing, but partially rend it. Do your claws look any different when you are passing along this curse? Is there... Oh, you mentioned the gray mist that envelops it. Is that also around you at all in this moment, or does it just come around the flaming bear?
I think in this case, it just comes after the I connect and inflict damage. It's also almost like instead of bleeding, it's emitting this thin, wispy gray fog.
Incredible. Anything for your bonus action?
Hold on. I'm a rogue. What can I do as a rogue? Bonus action, disengage.
Awesome.
Get out of that
Absolutely.
that melee space. So yeah, like I charged, fainted, dropped to my knees, slid, and then I want to like kick off from that slide and dive into the luggage away from him.
Absolutely. Just sliding in and just tumbling into some luggage to give yourself some cover. That is going to bring up the bear, who continues to charge through the piles of luggage until it crashes into Pellam. And it is going to make several attacks here. It's going to make 2 blazing rend attacks. 15 out of 13 on the dice. So that is going to be a dirty 20 for the lowest, which I believe will hit you. Is that correct?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Because stiff breeze can hit me, mate.
All right, first attack.
A little wooden boy.
He's a little wooden boy. First attack, you take 6
my high school
points
nickname.
of necrotic damage and 7 points of fire damage. That's the first attack. So that's a total of 13. Second attack, 5 points of necrotic and 7 points of fire. So another 13. And... Ooh, dang, that was a really good move on your part, Wake, of hiding, so it can't quite see you too easily. Which means, Pellam, could you please make me a dexterity saving throw, please? DC 15 here.
I got a 19.
Whoo! You managed to take the momentum of these attacks and leap backwards right as a almost swirling cage of fire appears right where you were trying, or a swirling net of fire that attempts to drop down onto you, and you manage to jump back, avoiding it. That is the end of the bear's turn, which brings you up, Pellam. Jack, you're on deck.
So Pellam was wearing a suit and had a martini glass in his hand. The martini glass falls to the ground as he's getting killed. And he just kind of steps back. He changes from that into a pair of brown cargo pants and a white shirt that's tucked in. And he's just going, "Woo, she's a little bit pissy, ain't she? Oh, fuck. She's coming right for me." He throws up a rope and then just starts doing the gym class rope into an interdimensional portal.
Are you using rope trick?
Yup.
Oh, that's amazing! Mid-combat rope trick.
Huge.
Fantastic.
He pokes his head back out for just a second. He's like, "Crikey, that's a goddamn bear!" And then he pokes his head back in.
It uses its reaction to attempt to make a slice at you. It only gets an 11 total, which is not going to connect. But as you scrabble up this rope that seems to be hanging from nothing, it takes another swiping strike at you.
Mm-hmm. Can I use Killing Joke even if he hits myself?
Let me double check.
It's when a creature you can see. Can I see myself? Is this Magic the Gathering rules?
I mean, it doesn't say not counting yourself, and you can see yourself. Sure.
Okay. When he goes to take the swipe, just for narrative purposes, when he goes to take the swipe the second time, I'm just gonna be, when he pokes his head back out, he's like, "Crikey, that's a pissed off bear!" He's just gonna do that and cast the hideous laughter as a reaction to do 1d6 damage.
Vicious mockery. Vicious mockery.
Yeah, it's a cast of vicious mockery, but it's only 1d6 psychic damage. So,
and
because it's a reaction, not the full spell.
For those keeping track of the mechanics, technically this happened on the bear's turn when the attack happened. So Pellam, you would have regained, since it's your turn, your reaction for the next series of turns. But let's.
True.
All right, so vicious mockery. Is that a saving throw?
It's 4 damage. He just does 4 damage. No. Killing Joke only allows you to do it. Casts vicious mockery, but it's only 1d6.
Right. I was just saying.
It's not the full like, padow kind of thing.
But it's still a casting of vicious mockery, so they still get a wisdom save.
No, you can take a reaction to cast vicious mockery.
Yeah.
You can use it 4 times.
Yeah.
You can roll exposed.
You're still casting it, so it gets to make the. I mean, it has a.
It makes it wisdom.
Yeah, its wisdom is a +1. It gets a 9, so it fails anyway. So let's see that damage.
Yeah. It's just 4. I rolled it.
4 damage and.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The disadvantage from the Curse Claws should have taken effect on the attacks against you, so let me re-roll each of those. One would have been a 15.
Yeah, he'll have...
One of those would have missed, so you can subtract 13 damage. You can give yourself back 13.
Oh, that's cool, because I'm not at 1 health anymore.
Woo! Curse Claws, even retroactively, coming in clutch. But with Vicious Mockery, it will continue to have disadvantage. And anything for your bonus action here, Pellam, after using Rope Trick.
That's a reaction. No, I don't really have anything for a bonus action on that one. We're just gonna hide.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I mean, up here you are about as safe as possible for a marionette. Jack is up, and then Breenoh. Wokka, you are up after.
And as a reminder, Curse Claws will be till the start of my next turn.
Correct. It's
all of his D20
nice.
tests.
It's so nice.
Okay. All right. So now that the bear went after Pellam, so I guess about what's the distance between me and the bear?
Having charged forward, it's about 65 feet from you right now.
65 feet from me. Oh, okay, so it's out of range for that anyway, so can't do
You can
that.
move first before you do something.
Well, I'd rather maintain distance and
Cool.
try to
Just
close
wanted to give you the
it for a
option.
spell. I do appreciate that. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do then is all right, so I'm still by the door, and I am going to cast Entangle.
Yeah! Incredible.
I need let's see, where is my save for that?
Now,
I
one thing
need
really quick, and this is just me as DM being part of the same team of players here. And even though the bear is your adversary, I'm not. I just want to remind you of something that happened at the end of the first session, and that was when Breenoh attempted to use an ability that restrained a spectral being. It failed and passed through it. Now, it's possible that because this one is made of fire, it might be different, but that is something you observed. Just giving you that information.
Actually, I'm going to take that under advisement and work with it. All right. So I am going to use. You said it's about 65 feet away.
Correct.
Gosh, that's still too short. Okay, can't use this. Can't use that. All right. All right. So we're just going to attack this thing. All right. So I am going to move in 15 feet closer to the bear.
Okay.
And that will put me in range to cast Ice Knife with
Yes,
my action.
it will.
And because there's none of my allies are around the bear now because Pellam disappeared into his spot, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. There's
Your
no
friends
one
are
else in the range yet.
3 of your friends are still within about 10 feet, but they aren't within the melee range right now. Or 2 of your friends because Wake went running. So Breenoh and Wokka
We're
are
friends.
still kind of or about within 10 feet, but they are far enough.
And-
They're outside of the radius.
Perfect. Okay, yep, that's just what I need. As long as there's no one within 5 feet of the
Nope.
bear. That's
All
all I
right.
needed.
Let's roll to hit for Ice Knife.
All right. All right, we're all right. Ice Knife. Oh, that one for 7.
Now, you do
So-
have Heroic Inspiration. You can re-roll that.
Yeah, we're going to. And
Oh, no.
are you serious?
Oh, God.
How did I roll 1 and then 2?
Damn.
Okay.
Well, this is the first
Wow.
time. So I would love it, actually, if you could take this moment of mechanical failure and run with it for a second. You create this shard of ice. It's the first time you've ever done this in this body. So what happens that makes it so that you don't fully connect here?
Okay. So I conjure up the shard, and this is a spell that I have used before. But at the same time, I'm still trying to reconcile and deal with the differences here, such as why in the world did I just have food and drink and they did not affect thirst and hunger for me? And I'm still off balance with that. And not only that, but I'm still getting used to this very body. Because previously I was a massive furbolg, and now all of a sudden I'm a wood and straw scarecrow. So I'm still off balance on what to make of the situation that I'm in. And when I draw up the power to create the ice knife, it's even like flickering and there's cracks in it to where it's not even a proper creation. I know I can make it better than that. And even when I kind of hurl it like I'm gonna throw it, it goes off on trajectory and it just it goes wide. And
so
I'm sitting here kind of shocked, like
It goes a little wide. It thunks into one of the nearby pieces of luggage. But one of the nice things about Ice Knife is hit or miss. It still has to make a dex save as the chunk of ice impacts and then shatters. It has a +4 to its dex save, which gave it a 10, which means it will fail. So if you could roll me that 2d6 cold damage, please.
2d6 cold. 7.
7 points here. As it explodes and there is a the sizzling sound of ice quickly melting as it meets a blazing hot inferno. But 7 points of cold damage there. Anything else from you, Jack?
Okay. So along with that, I'm gonna take 15 feet and get basically retreat
Back.
Say
Yep.
the 15 feet I took. So I'm back by the door, and then finally pull out quarterstaff, tap on the floor shillelagh. Sickle blade comes out at the end of my quarterstaff for a bonus action.
That's
And that'll
so
be the end of my
cool.
turn.
That is so cool.
Alright.
As the sickle manifests here at the end of your quarterstaff, that brings... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. One last thing. And I totally forgot about this. So I yell at the bear. Why do you want him? Why do you hate him? Why are you after him? Why?
He smells of the cages.
He smells of the cage. Smells of the cage. And I just kind of yelled to where I saw Pellam last, even though he did his weird thing. He thinks you smell like cages. What cages?
Yeah, but he smells like his mother's cunt. Fuck off.
That's gonna get us demonetized.
You could bleep it.
No, that was in
I was
character.
expecting, but
That was
okay.
what Bob said. You've already.
Bob knows YouTube monetization.
Yeah, why not? Incredible, Breenoh. You are.
Pellam will also kind of like peek his head down and be like, "Well, he was in the circus with me. Of course, he smells like cages. I was in there. You were in my cart 5 minutes ago. Jesus Christ!"
Breenoh, you're up. Wokka, you're on deck.
I don't want to fight him, but he is fighting us. And Breenoh is going to bring his hands into fists at his sides, kind of like he's about to go Super Saiyan. And he's going to walk forward and activate his rage, which will deploy his embedded serums of monstrosity, causing him, as he begins to walk, he's getting pumped full of all of this serum, and he's getting larger. And he grabs his great axe from off of the vines on his back, and he takes it with both hands, and he says, "You could stop, you know," and he swings it at this guy, Mr.
right.
Bear.
Attacking from with reach
Yes.
here. Because
Yeah, because I get 5 additional feet.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make me that attack.
Let's go! Holy crap, it's going to be a 20.
That will
30.
absolutely hit.
Delicious. Come on, the big daddy. Oh, it's very sad. 13 damage.
It's actually 15 because you're
It's very
raging.
sad.
Oh, 15, yeah, because it's plus 2. Fuck yeah! At first I thought it was a 1 and not a 7, and I was like, sad. But 13's not.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Great. A polite
And
15 from the trees, please.
as that gets halved with resistance and rounded up to 8, as you grow in size and lash out at this thing, it's like striking through a blazing inferno, where the momentum of your strike, the wind force that it creates, makes the flames dance and dissipate for a moment before it reforms in all of its blazing glory.
In response, he doesn't back away, but he's holding his axe in front of him as if to shield himself from the light of the flame, staggering backwards. You could stop, you know.
As it
That's my turn.
roars, Jack, you understand it saying, "They hurt just like the cruel masters did." Wokka, you are up.
He's saying something about being hurt by the cruel masters.
Oh no. Sorry.
Wokka, you're up.
Okay. So, how far away is this bear from me?
From you, 10 feet.
Oh, shit. Okay. Gotcha. Well, it sounds like it's time for a magic missile.
Yee, what level?
Level 2.
Okay, roll me 4d4, please, and add 4.
Okay.
Oh, it automatically adds.
Yeah.
All right, so 2,
Yeah. I just
3
click
for
it.
5, 7, 9. Oof. Rough.
It rolls.
Those were 3 1s and a 2, baby. That's
And Wokka will kind of backpedal.
these 4 darts of force energy blast into this flame. And that seems to hurt, as its attention that had been focused at the rope and the occasionally visible head of Pellam sticking out, and now turns its attention towards you and stands once again on its hind legs.
Oh no. Oh.
If there's nothing else from Wokka, you still have movement and bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up like 10 feet at least.
Love it.
Backpedal. I don't want any of that smoke.
Literally. Incredible. That's going to bring Ember up with Wake on deck. For anyone for whom it might be relevant for any abilities, with literally exactly that damage, this thing is now in the bloodied state.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna try and grapple it,
Okay. So, that
which is an unarmed strike, technically, I think.
Mm-hmm. But you, once again, you don't make a roll here. It's the same DC style thing, which is 8 plus your strength plus your proficiency bonus, so a DC of 13 still here. I'm going to roll this D20 publicly. It has a +4 on its deck save. So if it rolls a 9 or higher on this roll, then it is not grappled.
Still at disadvantage.
Still at disadvantage. Very good shout.
Thank you, Wig. Thanks, Balto.
With a
Welcome, Pooh Bear.
13 on both dice, you pass through this thing as you attempt to grab it, and honestly feel like you couldn't have grabbed it even if it hadn't been in the process of trying to shove you off.
All right. In that case, since it's a failed grapple, I am.
Do keep in mind that is your action to try that. So you have bonus action and movement left.
I know. I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows. But
Yes.
before I do that, I'm going to yell to Jack and say, tell him that if he stops, he is safe. But if he continues to go, we will have no other option than to defend ourselves. We are trying to help him.
Can I
You
translate?
so
Is that a way
You-
to
you can
have that
absolutely
happen in
shout that
combat?
to Jack. There is absolutely a way to have that happen in combat, but it is a action to attempt to not
okay.
for you, for Jack. So
Okay.
it's something that Jack can do on his turn to attempt to persuade this creature, but it does specifically take an action. It's called the influence action in 2024. So it is something that can be tried on. You shout this. Jack hears you. But, Jack, you won't be able to attempt to convince it until your turn.
Okay, so I'll kind of like
Ooh.
not like tell Ember's like I'll try.
All right, then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay. For your
after
bonus action,
telling that to Jack.
you spend a focus point, which allows you for your bonus action to make 2 unarmed strikes. Let's do it.
Okay. Wait. I pressed the wrong button. Oof. Okay. I rolled an 11
That's the first attack.
to hit.
An 11 will miss. Passes through.
Fuck you, dice. Rolled another 11.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. As you come charging in,
the
attempting to
dice can
grab
fly.
this fiery bear and shouting to Jack, we just see a werebear and a bear of fire begin to trade pawing blows and bats away. Your roaring maws just spittle flying at each other. That will bring Wake up. Pellam, you're the next PC on deck.
All right. So I'm still tucked behind the luggage, watching all this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Ember and Breenoh are engaged in melee with the bear.
Breenoh is 10 feet away because of reach, while Ember is within 5 feet.
Okay, cool. So that should allow me to sneak attack. even though I do not have
Absolutely,
advantage.
100%. You do, yeah, correct. Even
right.
without advantage, if you hit here, you will get sneak attack.
Cool. So, I am going to, as before, flip my little coin across my knuckles real quick, and then flick it at our friend the fire bear.
Love it.
It's a 23 to hit.
23, okay. Absolutely hits.
All right, so, 7 force damage.
It's force damage? That's awesome. Oh yeah, your Vex, yeah. That's awesome.
9 sneak attack damage.
Okay, so...
And
7, okay.
And because of my Hexslinger Jinx, a 9 on my
Yes.
sneak attack dice.
We haven't gotten to use
Our
this
friend-
yet.
This is the first time you see this. Our friend, the fire bear, is afflicted with withered arm, which means until the end of its next turn, the target has disadvantage on D20 tests that rely on strength.
That's so cool. Also, because of your weapon mastery feature, this coin has the Vex feature, which means you have advantage on your next attack against this target before the end of your next turn. But with a
Correct.
massive amount of damage here as you flick this coin forward where it pierces through one of the legs of this flaming bear. The leg atrophies and falls down onto a shoulder for a second until it restabilizes, clutching its one withered limb against its side. Incredible. Anything else for you, Wake?
No, I will just once again use. Well, I don't have to disengage because he's not.
No, he's not even close to you.
Bothering me right now. Can I use my? I can hide. I'm just gonna hide, just in case.
That makes sense to me.
I'm gonna hide in the luggage. I'm just whoop.
That makes
Oh,
sense
here's the
to
trunk.
me.
Whoosh. I'm gonna jump into one of these steamer trunks.
The bear is going to continue trading blows with Ember. Let me check one thing. D20 tests that rely on strength, and these are strength based. So, disadvantage on these attacks. Good thing too, because one of them was a nat 20. The other is a 6 for a 13. Does that hit you, Ember?
Haha. My armor class is a 16.
What just happened? I just rolled the exact same results on the exact same dice. I got a nat 20 twice in a row on the same die, and a 6 twice in a row on the same die. Physically. Our rolls have been weird tonight. So with
They're
two
really whack.
Wild.
two crits
No, I'm
in
wild.
a row negated by the withered arm feature of the Hex Slinger Jinx just is a little too slow, and you see as it's clearly having trouble only using one arm, and you are therefore able to just bat away pretty vicious looking strikes. And holy crap, that's wild. That's the end of the bear's turn. That's insane. Pellam, you're up. Jack, you're on deck.
Pellam will put his head out, and just for a second, and just kind of look at him and be like, "Listen, furball, you don't have to be in the cages anymore. You can just, leave. Just leave. You're not there anymore. I'm not even gonna hold it against you that you killed Matilda. That's in the past. Who cares? We're all dead. Who cares? Fuck it."
He can't understand you, Pellam. Just kill the thing.
Fuck it. We kill it.
Attaboy.
Cast Eldritch Blast.
All right, roll to hit. With the encouragement of Bob the Balloon echoing in your head.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then we'll roll 8 damage on that bud boy.
This bear had 7 hit points remaining. Could you describe your Eldritch Blast, please?
He kind of has like a little, as he's kind of leaning out of the rope, kind of leaning down, hanging out of it kind of thing. It's kind of a little bit of if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And then as the second one comes together, he just points it at him. And then the blast comes out of his hands like that towards the bear.
As it impacts into this fiery bear, stumbles backwards on its 2 hind legs, and turns as the flame begins to die away. The light dimming, the form becoming less clear as it stumbling turns and looks at you, Jack. Not going back. And disappears into smoke.
Well, I don't feel great about that.
Oh, look at poor fish
Pellam will
stick.
just kinda-
He can hardly bear the guilt.
That's not
Can't hear it.
funny.
Can't hear it.
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
If you
My bad.
hear this voice until I tell you otherwise, assume that it is only in
You
Pellam's
don't.
head.
Yep. Got it. Forgot. Balloon. Till
You're
up. Got it. Got it.
It's not funny because the bear. I mean, yes, the bear killed people we knew. I think back then. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm fucking tired, man. And he falls out of the hole and just lands behind Wokka. He just kind of lets himself go and just behind Wokka.
Wait, you don't know if he killed anybody?
I think he did. I mean, if you were a bear in a cage the whole time, you'd be kind of pissed off too, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, okay. But was the bear's name Jacob?
No, it wasn't Jacob. No. That's why I let him out when we got here, because I didn't want to see that. He was just sitting there crying the whole time. It was depressing. Yeah. You ever heard a bear cry? It sucks. It's like when they try to go to the Super Bowl and it doesn't work.
I don't know anything about any Super Bowls.
Is that a bowl of really big food?
Yes, it's delicious when you get there. Trust me.
As for bears crying, I'm gonna go take a moment in the corner.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna recover because I don't have many. Yeah, I'm kind of beaten the fuck up.
Jack, I saw your hand.
No, that was me just groaning at
Okay.
the joke. Super Bowl joke.
Fair enough.
I feel as though every session, Jolly takes 1d10 psychic damage from me. And I feel so bad for him.
It's just a constant
Okay,
descent
man, I
into
signed
madness.
up for this.
Yeah.
If I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't play.
I love you for it. Is there anything else
man.
anyone else would be doing here in the baggage car at this moment?
No. I just have a generic solemn look on my face because, just kind of like a regret of, I wish it hadn't come to that.
As the camera pans around and we see similar, on some of your faces, expressions of contemplation. With having entered here, feeling confident knowing how to solve these problems, and realizing it's not all as simple as it seems. As Ember stands by herself and Jack shakes his head, Wokka sits quietly processing this. Pellam recovers. Breenoh and Wake dust themselves off, and as the camera pulls out from here, we see, continuing to careen through the shroud, that steel black locomotive. Pulling behind it, the Ghostlight Express on its way to Druskenvald. And that is where we will pick up next time. Oh, sorry to end it on a down note there, y'all, but welcome to the afterlife sometimes. Woo! Great session, everybody. Great session. Oh, Lauren looks so mad at me. I had her fight a bear.
Stupid timeline. Dumb.
Yeah, this is not a good time.
0 out of 3.
Well, as we depart our heroes a little worse for wear. Don't go anywhere, friends, because even though this episode is pre-recorded, real Ethan is sitting somewhere on his computer or phone, ready to raid. And first, I want to let these incredible people let you know where you can find them when they're not here rolling dice and fighting flaming bears. Jolly, want to lead us off?
You can find me over on YouTube most of these days, and I'm just yapping about science fiction stuff at Jolly Yellow Nerd on YouTube.
Yee. Mallo.
You can find me everywhere at the Mallo Man. You can find all of the things that I do there with my day job. I am a designer and a composer. I am also about to launch a few new t-shirts that are very D&D inspired and stuff like that. And if you're like me, and you have ADHD, you will understand what I mean when you say that you are out of spell slots. So look for that coming up to the store soon.
I know the out of spoons, but I like out of spell slots. Wild.
There's also out of mana, and I definitely feel that every day. Hi! You can find me at wildling011 on Insta. I exist there. Otherwise, I am curled up with books and helping spread information and do art. So, do what you can.
Those are all exceedingly important things. Pete.
Hey, I'm Peter. Pete. You can find me everywhere, virtually everywhere at the Mallo Man. I make some really fucking cool shirts. You should check them out. I've got new stuff coming out, and mostly D&D inspired. But hey, listen, if you have ADHD, you'll understand full slots. I put a lot of work into these shirts, and I already have quite a few out. And let me tell you, they were really good. Thanks.
I was wondering how deep into that bit you were going to go, and I'm so fucking proud of you.
Just fully.
Lauren?
Hi, I'm Lauren. I am the other half of Thousand Pieces Cosplay. So I'm here with TTRPG Shenaniganry. I am here gaming. I am doing modeling and cosplay-y stuff and spicy stuff too. 95% Lauren and all that shenaniganry. Shenaniganry. I think that's it. I'm doing that. Okay, bye.
Bring us home, Caleb.
You can hear me over in the archives of the RPG Academy or with Tabletop Journeys here and there. I am on your socials at BCalebG, and you can follow the links in that bio to some of my fiction work that is being published, including at the time of this stream, recording, whatever, in 6 days, on the 10th of February, the release of With Teeth, the first piece that we really ever got published, where proceeds are supporting the Lakota Wolf Preserve. You can pick that up, and thank you. That's it. Thank you. Goodbye. I love you.
And by the time this airs, it's out right now. Go buy it.
Go buy the book.
Go buy it.
Go buy the book.
Please
do it right now.
Support
Pause this video right now. Go buy the book.
Yeah, for real. Support your independent authors, artists, and help out our furry friends at the same time. It's a win-win. And I feel like Pete is saying something that I would love to hear, but I don't know what it was.
I mean, I was, you didn't even say do it.
Do it. Okay, yeah.
If you like Wolves, do it. You should do it.
You should do it. Go buy it. It's probably not even that expensive. And my name is Ethan. You can find me on the socials as either the worst half of Thousand Faces Cosplay or the only part of the Buff DM. So I can't be the worst part. If you want more D&D and TTRPG content, check out the Buff DM. If you want to catch up on past episodes of any of our 4 ongoing recorded and streamed campaigns, this, Lords of Sin, which also features our man Mallo here, Wild Beyond and Crimson Tower, both of which also feature our lady Lauren here. We've got Ridiculous, we've got Horror, we've got Grimdark, whatever you're looking for. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to start that raid, but until we see you next time, please be good to yourselves. It's a tough time out there, and I have no doubt by the time this airs, it'll still be a tough time out there. So please be extra good to yourselves so that you can stay vigilant, because we need all of you good-hearted souls now more than ever. So thank you all so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get that raid going. And until we see you next time, friends, thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves and go buff yourself. Bye, everybody.
Mwah!